begin with this. Police have made arrests in a string of unsolved murders that date back to 2014. Bob DeCastro is in East LA with the very latest. This is a scene that literally is unfolding as we speak. What do we know about these arrests, Bob?
All right, Michaela, we just arrived here on the scene just a few moments ago. We are in East LA, and you can see sheriff's deputies are on the scene here. These are actually homicide detectives. We're at Humphreys Avenue and 3rd in East LA. As you said, a search warrant executed around 4:30 this morning, and 2 people were arrested. We are told that it is a 31-year-old Anthony Velasquez and his father, and they are arrested for murder and an accessory for murder. The father arrested on an accessory charge. Now, this is related to some homicides that took place between 2014 and 2018, 3 separate homicides. It was back in August that homicide detectives gave a press conference. They said they were looking for suspects that were connected to these 3 homicides. Now, these were 3 separate people, 3 separate incidents, but detectives at that time said that they believed that they were all connected because witnesses were able to see some of the suspects involved. They thought they all looked very similar. These are homicides that took place in the East LA area that were within a 2.5-mile area within each other. And then they did some ballistic tests, and ballistic tests did confirm that the bullets came from the same handgun. So they believe that all of these 3 homicides were connected. So at that point, there was an $80,000 reward that was sent out asking for the public's help for information leading to the arrest of these 2 suspects. And now we are told at this hour that 2 people have been arrested, a father and a son, in connection with these 3 murders that happened between 2014 and 2018. As you see, it is a very active crime scene. They just got here a couple of hours ago. So sheriff's detectives are here at the scene. As soon as we get more information for you, Michaela, we will bring that to you.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions you may not know the answers. Were these random victims, or does it seem that the victims were known to the suspects, and were they related to each other, the victims?
We're not really sure if the victims were related to each other or how they were connected. Now, sheriff's detectives did say at the time that they do believe that these were targeted or intended targets, and that the suspects did in some way know the victims. One of the victims, the last victim in 2018, actually was a homeless person, a woman that apparently the suspects went to a homeless encampment, found the woman inside a tent, and gunned her down. All 3 victims were shot again, so they do believe that they were all connected, and they still don't know whether or not the victims were related to each other, or at least they're not releasing that information. But they do believe that the suspects did know these victims. Again, 2 arrests made just a couple of hours ago.
Not long ago history. I mean, this is in recent memory, these murders happening. Okay, Bob, obviously, scene is developing. You'll advise us more. Just arriving at the scene there, a great deal of information coming out of East LA. Thanks so much for that report.